Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Business Over Breakfast. My name's Ben Barber.
Lori Jadari here. How are you, Ben?
I am wonderful, thank you. How are you?
Good, and the sun is fine. I think it's coming out today, but the weather's certainly warmer here in Rhode Island after a crappy weekend.
It's nice. It's 63 right now in Westerly, and it says it's sunny, but that's a lie. But that's okay because it's really nice and it's really comfortable. And I just went for a walk and it was great. I got to go in a t-shirt for the first time in a few days, and it was really nice. So now I'm sitting outside, and it's super. It's fun. I am sitting on an ottoman from my office because all the chairs out here are still wet, but
seriously.
but it's really nice. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? I listened to the music when we started and I thought, that feels like home. That's a good feeling. And I was kind of bummed out about the weekend, but I'm playing a lot of catch up. So I spent a long weekend going through spreadsheets on the 2,000 plus businesses that have just been uploaded into the new Shop Local Rhode Island marketplace.
That's awesome.
So holy cow. Yeah. We're in beta.
And when does the marketplace officially launch?
Well, what we're doing is we are launching when we launch, and that will be within 10 to 14 days.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And people can find that at shoplocalrhodeisland.com. And even before the marketplace launches, you should still check it out because it is the most comprehensive site for small businesses in Rhode Island. Whatever you need, there's probably a business on there. So check it out. And it's a great way to support the local economy and help everyone rebuild. And
it's been great.
What is the slogan that the current administration says? Build back better. To help everybody build back better after COVID.
Well, so let me. You know what? Can I tell you a cool story now that you're?
I would hope that you would always tell me cool stories, Lori.
Okay, so you are gonna love this story because I loved it. So this weekend I didn't want to cook and really was working a little too much, and then it kind of brought me down. But and it was rainy. I actually turned the heat on. I'm sitting in my chair with a blanket and my computer. I'm like, this is not really the way I wanted to spend the weekend. So I decided that I was going to order a wonderful meal to be delivered for dinner. And I started looking at what we all do. We just go. I went to DoorDash. I went to, what's the other one? I went to Instacart to see if they could deliver some prepared foods. Anyway, then I thought Grubhub, yes. Grubhub. And I thought, you know what am I doing? Shop Local Rhode Island. So way back when this pandemic started, there was a company on Federal Hill, and today it's called DaySap. And the company was a group of valet parking attendants for all that busy business on Federal Hill. And what they decided through the pandemic was, we're going to start a delivery service. And we are going to deliver only for restaurants in the Providence County area. And so I went on to their website. I said, what are these guys up to? And they have daysap.com, DASAP.com. It is delivery as soon as possible. And they have a whole list of businesses in Rhode Island with their menus. You can choose whatever you want. You can check out right there and they deliver it. And I'm telling you, I delivered from Jackie's Galaxy in downtown Providence, an amazing, I sushi, pad thai, dumplings, and it was delivered in 45 minutes, hot. Like, oh my God, this food is hot. And I had to send them an email immediately. I said, you guys, I have been working with you through this whole pandemic to really push this idea of delivery in Rhode Island, not giving huge percentages to Grubhub and DoorDash. And I haven't gotten an email back because it was Saturday night, but I'll tell you, it was shocking. So you can go onto this website and deliver dinner if you're in the Providence area. Just go to a restaurant or choose a runner service. I mean, really, I was so happy. I can't even tell you. So I'm hoping that they continue. Their advertisers and supporters of Shop Local Rhode Island. And I'm just going to give a huge shout out to them because that is Rhode Island business, helping Rhode Island businesses, serving Rhode Island consumers. I mean, this is like the epitome of everything we're doing.
Yeah. Chad Morrison commented, first of all, hi, Chad. I hope that you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I did see your car yesterday at your parents' house down the road from me. But it was rainy, so I didn't stop in and say hi. Westerly is in the middle of nowhere. There are no door dashers. Plenty in Smithfield. We'll check out DASAP. Westerly does have some Grubhub and DoorDash options. Chad, okay, Mister moving up north thinks that you're better than us. How dare you? Westerly has a ton of delivery options. Trust me, I know. I didn't leave the house for a year. But
I don't know. So this is a good question for DASAP. So shout out to DASAP. When we first spoke with them, they were only focusing on Providence County. So I would guess that if they have that down right now, they can begin to expand. And I hope they do. I really hope they do. I was so pleased.
Well, that is fantastic. And that being said, I mean, I'm giving Chad a little bit of, but anything that makes things more convenient is better, right? Not necessarily better, but is going to be a win. Like the reason that, and this is what's so perfect about the Shop Local Rhode Island marketplace, is that people buy on Amazon for convenience. It's not that they want to make $1 trillion company more rich. It's not that they, love Jeff Bezos or the Amazon Basics products are their favorite. They do it because it's convenient.
Maybe they love that Amazon pays no taxes.
Yeah,
they might like that.
So, or that Amazon passed over Rhode Island for jobs. But my point being, that. But Amazon is like the most convenient thing ever, right? And that's why it's so big. It's so convenient to go, I forgot power cords, right? I need a power cord. I need a new HDMI cable, right? And then instead of going and doing that, you just go. Like there are so many things that and they have, Amazon Pantry and all of this stuff, and like it's just they kill it with convenience, and that is why they win. So steps like this, steps like delivery as soon as possible, DASAP, and Chad says I miss Radio Shack. Yeah, I mean, I honestly I do kind of miss going to the local Radio Shack every once in a while. But taking these small businesses in Rhode Island. Yeah. And building a platform for them that makes e-commerce easy, puts it all in one place, makes it convenient for the people in Rhode Island, and surrounding states and elsewhere to buy your stuff is amazing. And then also, as we've said many times, you have the freemium option on the new marketplace. So if you have if you have 5 or under products or services to sell on there, it's free for you. That's incredible, and I can't wait to see. I know that you and Scott and the team are working day and night at this and pushing it really hard. So I can't wait to see where the Shop Local Rhode Island marketplace goes.
Well, one of the cool things I think is we have 15 beta testers right now. So we have companies in Rhode Island right now that are putting their products up. We're testing. We're making sure the process is smooth, and it's all behind the wall. But the thinking about your cords, we and our wonderful client Adler's Design Center and Hardware is one of our beta testers. And so there's an opportunity there. So they can put up all kinds of cords and have it delivered to you. And I don't know timing. So, I mean, I think the thing, when I say timing, it's not going to be 2 days, it's going to be that day. But like Amazon competes on like hourly basis, you know, you can actually order something and have it here by the end of the day, which always shocks me. But I think that there's an opportunity. If you value keeping that money in Rhode Island, then you will also value getting that product in 24 hours, which is kind of crazy to even say. You can get a product in 24 hours, and I hope that's good enough for you. But
being so far away from a population center, I have never experienced the same day Amazon delivery. But as Chad lovely pointed out, that's why at Misquamicut Beach last summer for like late August and September, we literally had to create an ad campaign that was like, pack a suitcase and come down for the day. Like when it was like the travel, when, you know,
grab your passport and come to Westerly.
Yeah, when it was like you can't like fly to Florida or anything for the, we were like staycation, Providence people come, you know, pack a bag. We know that it's another country down here, but
but a beautiful one.
It's 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
God help us.
Hey, how is the new ad campaign looking for Misquamicut Beach?
Well, so we did Summer is Coming for the last 3 months, and that was really, really, really effective. It got people excited every time we posted something. There were thousands of likes and views and whatnot, and that was really fun because it was just the, you know, we started it in like February, in the midst of or coming at the very tail end of that real peak of COVID cases, and people were in February. People are sick of the winter. They're sick of the gray skies. They're sick of the cold weather anyway. And then take into account that that they had been fully inside and not being able to go out and do things. And summer was pretty good last year anyway, right? Like summer was through the drive-in and going to the beach, and, you know, Misquamicut and the other beaches in the state became a respite for a lot of people anyway. So the advertising campaign of Summer is Coming worked really, really well to get people excited about the possibility of this summer. And the fact that we were able to that now we're able to sort of open everything back up at the beach. And so we're shifting right now to the Summer is Here at this moment, and started that with Memorial Day weekend, which obviously then rained the whole time. But
and I think
that's the goal right now, and it doesn't just like, it doesn't feel like summer is here. It feels like everything feels like summer is here right now. Like there's you know, you can go to restaurants and you can go to, and you know what I mean? So like things are open at full capacity, and like it's a bigger feeling. And so that's where we're going with that right now.
That's what I was just going to say. The thing about being at the beach is for last summer, it was like, go to the beach, be careful, be outside, be within but this summer is more like have the full beach experience, you know, like you can go to the beach and then go and have a hamburger next door at the local shop. And then things from last year that sort of, I think that this is everything, right? This is what we were just talking about with the delivery service and with Shop Local Rhode Island in the marketplace. Things that people got accustomed to last year, like going to the drive-in, right? Drive-ins had maybe the biggest resurgence in popularity since the 1950s during last year, because movie theaters were closed.
And there are 2 drive-in theaters in Rhode Island. One of them is in Misquamicut Beach. It did massively well for the.
Oh, hey, let Chad know that the other one I think is up in Smithfield.
I know, but Chad still prefers our drive-in. Chad.
Oh, okay.
He better prefer our drive-in
Becoming the nemesis.
because his parents. Yes, I will fight Chad.
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah, he better prefer the Misquamicut drive-in because I believe that the parking lot that the drive-in sits on is owned by his parents' neighbors. So he better prefer our drive-in. But the anyway, regardless, those things are in full swing again, right? So there's concerts. We have a Billy Gilman concert July 3rd, and this time he's bringing his full band, which is nice. Last year it was a solo show, and there's Billy Joel's band is coming. Obviously not with Billy Joel, but that'll be a lot of fun. So there's a bunch of fun concerts, and I can't even remember all of the other concerts, but there's a lot of fun concerts happening at the drive-in, and there's a lot of fun, and there's movies like almost every night of the week.
That's great. Oh man, that's so good.
Well, so here's a little transition into what we said this show would be about today, which is going to the drive-in, ordering food for delivery, and shopping online are all 3 things that in the last year have become habits. And
you're right.
And habits that is why, so like, why the need for a Rhode Island based shop local marketplace? Hold on. North Smithfield Drive-In is fun. I worked at Flyhawk for years. Both start past the kids' bedtime. Would love to go to Blues on the Beach. Yes, Chad, come back down.
Do it.
Enough of you, Chad. I love you so much, buddy. So anyway, why the need for like this statewide marketplace of small businesses in Rhode Island?
Yeah,
it's because when you look at things like Amazon and Walmart.com and HomeDepot.com, convenience is a habit, and buying online, ordering things online has become a habit. So it's not just enough to have a great brick and mortar the majority of the time. Like to have an online presence, to have that ease and availability. The same thing with like some people, because we do 3 or 4 churches, 4 or 5 churches, and people have been like, what are you going to do like now that the churches are back open? And I'm like, well, first of all, anything. Number 2, the churches that are doing live streaming are all keeping live streaming. Because number 1, it's a habit now for people to watch church online. Number 2, it's so beneficial. Like my grandmother, who I lived with my entire life until she passed, was so religious and loved church, and the priest would come to our house twice a year to give her communion. She couldn't go out. She broke her hip when I was very little. She was old. She was blind and deaf almost, very bad vision and deaf. And she couldn't go out to church. She didn't have it in her to make it out every Sunday morning. She didn't like watching the like religious channels on TV or televangelists or something. Like she wanted her church. And I'm so happy that now a majority of Americans who are elderly, who are injured, who are shut-ins, will now have the ability to participate in their communities from the comfort of their own home. And we've sort of stripped away those limitations. I'm so happy that parents who have to take their kids to soccer tournaments on Sundays don't have to, but really love going to church, don't have to separate those 2 things or leave halfway through with the family and have the kids go in their soccer uniforms. I'm happy that small businesses that don't have the money or time or wherewithal to invest in an online and e-commerce can now go on Shop Local Rhode Island and join a community of 2,000 businesses in Rhode Island who are
with marketing muscle behind them,
right?
Because so that's what we do,
right? Exactly. So that's all like that's taking that's not fighting against people's habits. It's taking people's habits and making it work for you and making it work for your organizations and your businesses.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a company that it's so funny, I keep going, I'm so in it right now, so my apologies, but if you're a company that has ever thought about e-commerce, you probably know it's expensive to like integrate all your point of sale systems and all of that. And this idea of working in Shopify or working in Etsy and having it separated from where you are. And I think that if you're spending $50 a month, so the thing is 5 products or less, free. 5 products to $50 a month with no service fees. So we're not taking a percentage of anybody's stuff. So I just want to say that we're doing it by membership. And so
that's kind of insane.
I know.
That's kind of insane. You would pay like $180 a month for a Shopify account. And then you don't even know what to do with the Shopify account.
Right. So instead you're paying $50 a month with a team of 8 people that know how to run the site and can help you and can actually get on the phone with you. I mean, there are 2,000 plus businesses on there, but this idea around, we've been thinking a lot about this idea of habit and what does it look like when these businesses have received so much investment from the government, right? Like all this digital stuff, buy new computers, you have to go online. Like they've had this huge infusion of cash and supplies to do this online digital marketing stuff. And so now I really don't think they've literally been forced to learn this stuff. And so now it's like, I think small businesses, they get into the habit of, okay, this is how I do the business. I think it's a mistake to think that they can take all of that in this huge transformation and put it aside and then just say, I'm just going to open my door and everything is going to be the same as it was 2 years ago. That's just not going to happen. So now I'm curious to see how the business, how this plays out in terms of I hope for business revenue, it kind of, it lifts it, and I think that it's gonna be interesting. But you're right. The habit of all of this is, I'm not going to go walk down the street and get food. I'm going to go to DaySap. I almost did it again last night. I was so impressed, but I just grilled a burger.
Yeah, of course you did. So this is the thing about this is that I posted something. It was about it was not about business at all, but it holds true. Motivation wanes when habits don't, where habits don't. And
wait a second. All right, I'm going to do this Oprah thing. Okay, hashtag motivation wanes when, say that again.
Habits don't.
Motivation wanes when habits don't. All right, so explain that.
So we are really excited to be able to go back out into the world, right? You might be super excited to go back out to you might be super excited to go back out to restaurants and all of that stuff, but you are motivated to go do those things right now because you are it's like we were let out of a proverbial I don't even want to say that. It's like the reins are let go, right? So you're able to go back out into society. You're able to go back out and do things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're excited right now. You have motivation to go out and do those things in person. And in a couple of weeks, you are going to go I went out. I did that. I went to that store. I went to that event. Maybe tonight we're just going to get delivery. And it's not that you're not going to go back out and do those things again. It's not that in 2 weeks you're going to go, I'm sick of going to restaurants, I'm only going to order in. But it's that if you went out to eat 7 times a month a year and a half ago, now you will probably go out to eat 2 times, 3 times a month and order in 12.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what's going to happen. That's habit versus motivation. Right now, we are excited about going back out. We will go back out in a couple of weeks. We will go back out less, and we will fall back on the habits that we've created for ourselves.
I just looked at the time because I'm like, this is the perfect end of the show because it just went full circle, right? We were talking about what we've done, what we've created, platforms to continue and to allow for both. And then this whole idea around motivation and how it's going to play out. Like, we are going to keep an eye on this through the summer because I think the coolest part of, well, from an experimental perspective, the coolest part of this is going to be September, October. We are going to be able to see what has happened and how people's habits are going to start shifting. How do we exit this thing? How's it going to happen?
Speaking of Lori, changing subjects now. I told you right before the show that I had an idea on my walk this morning and I wanted to challenge you to something. So the other day, a friend, cousin, I'm not sure who it was, commented on one of my Facebook statuses and said that they were doing a challenge to do 1 million steps in 90 days. So today is June 1st. I'm aware. Hey, look at that. Put it up. I know that you have one of these. My challenge for myself, and if you want to join, great. And if anybody else wants to join, great, is it's June 1st.
I got to get my calculator.
To September. I don't care how many days it actually is. From June 1st to September 1st, I want to make this the summer of 1 million steps. Okay?
All right.
The summer of 1 million steps.
The summer of 1 million steps.
Are you in? Are you in for this challenge?
I am in.
Okay?
I am in. Because this is the whole thing about the habit. I'm wearing this stupid thing and I'm just like, oh man, I made 3,000 steps today because I'm working too much. I hate it.
How many zeros are in 1 million? 6, right?
It's 6.
Yeah. Okay. Divided by 90.
Divided by 90 days.
It's a
little over 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right.
So
June, July, August. All right. The summer of 1 million steps. I'm going to have to go talk to Scott about getting into this challenge too. But yes, we will do it. He's probably watching. Scott, if you're watching, tell us that you got it and you're into the challenge. All right.
Scott, my friend, you better be into the challenge.
He'll be in.
Yes. So follow that journey along the summer of 1 million steps. And I mean, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. And if
no.
And if we fall short of 1 million steps by September 1st, but we try, do you know what happens?
What?
A lot of good.
Yeah.
A lot
what just popped into my head? Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move.
All right. Stop singing before we have to pay for it.
Oh.
I'm
Okay. You're the boss.
All right, guys. Check out shoplocalrhodeisland.com. If your business is not signed up on there, please sign up for shoplocalrhodeisland.com. If you have any marketing questions, email Lori at visualthrive.com. Check out visualthrive.com. All of the links are in the description of this episode, wherever you're watching or listening to this. Also, this is going to be the second episode of the Business Over Breakfast podcast version. So if you like the show, but you hate watching it on Facebook because, whatever.
Because you're on the move, because
you're on the move. Exactly. Then you can get all of the wonderful information. You can ask us questions. You can hear the answers to that. You can hear the stories of all of these amazing entrepreneurs in Rhode Island. By checking that out, and that will be available very soon on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever your podcasts are found by the end of the week. And this will be the second episode of that podcast. That's it. That's all I got.
You got it, man. You're done.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Bye, Lori.
Bye, Ben. You're the best.
You are the best.